All right, there we go. Hello, folks. We are here. It took a little bit, but we have a stream. We had some minor technical difficulties, but we figured it out. So we're gonna have a true pot hunt race between Ben TZ and Pix. Uh, I'm joined by Furious Prince. Hello.
Hello. Good
We
evening,
this
gamers.
I think this group is already settled, I believe. So this is just for bragging rights. And also because True Pot Hunt is awesome, so why give up an opportunity to play more True Pot Hunt?
For those of you that are unfamiliar with the rules, this is a 213 Triforce hunt out of 420 possible pieces. All the runners will start with boots and a lamp and 420 rupees. And looks like we're actually off.
So we got opposite starts here. Picks opting for the Sank start. Ben doing the Uncle start.
So also with this mode, if you've never seen a true pot hunt before, is that we're also playing with cross keys and shop sanity as well as pot shuffle. But the main thing about true pot hunt is, like the name implies, every single pot can potentially have an item in it. So our runners are going to be looking for, again, 213 possible pieces, or 213 pieces of the Triforce before they can complete their goal.
And we also were kind enough to give them starting boots, starting lamp, and 420 rupees to begin with.
So far, just not really a standard start, but finding Uncle this early on is nice.
Yeah, nobody wanted to start with the Houlihan, which I like to have the extra money in this mode because you never know what you're going to find in a shop. You could find a very expensive hook shot, for example, and it's nice to have the extra cash.
Yeah, absolutely. Ben TZ having 3 pieces already, having found, and then Pix having 2. But both of our runners are about ready to have a virtual high five, it looks like.
Okay, we got Ganon behind the Lumberjack, which is exactly where you want to see him in this mode.
Ben TZ finding Agina and finding the Hyrule Castle big key there. And Pix finding our first shop of the run, picking up that Triforce piece.
It's a decent price for a Triforce piece in this mode. You see a lot of them at like 200, and those always are like, do you really want to pick that up for that much money?
Yeah, then it becomes the question of there's 420 possible pieces. Do I really want to spend the money now versus can I save that money for something more expensive or more useful later on?
Right. Oh, we got the Cack Whale drop down here in the woods. That's always nice.
Also good for our runners that they have an endless supply of bombs from the bush crab.
Yes, for sure. It can be tough to find bombs early in this mode if you don't farm them in the south of Grove.
Pix finding 4 Doritos down there in the Cackwell.
Bomb refresh. What is Pix's Sprite? Is that a ketchup? Or is that supposed to be Tabasco?
It looks like a ketchup bottle.
Ooh, finding the archery game right there is actually pretty nice. That's an easy spot to get back to if you need to pick up some extra money later.
Yeah, absolutely. Right there in the light world's a nice place to find it.
Oh, and there's some free money.
Free money and a cheap Triforce piece.
Agate Tower. Not going to waste our time with that. That's fine. It's not worth the one check when all you have is bombs.
Pix found a key to the castle tower, did he not?
Well, let's see. I can look at this tracker, and I do not see a castle tower small on their tracker. Ben has the Agate Tower key.
Alright. I thought I saw one somewhere, just couldn't remember which runner picked it up.
Mini Moldorm Cave in the library, or sorry, Paradox Cave rather. On one heart, yeah, maybe want to. Oh, it's Spiral Cave. Not any better.
Pix finding bumper ledge or bumper cave.
Ben is thinking here. Maybe just added some stuff to the tracker. Still no real dungeons yet. That's kind of what you're looking for in this mode, is you want to find an actual dungeon, because that tends to be where the highest density of checks are.
Yeah, dungeons and places with a lot of pots, such as the bombable hut here in Kakariko.
Alright,
Nice
Back
place
of
to
Desert's
find.
not bad.
Yeah, Back of Desert's not a bad place at all. Pix also getting a bottle there from the bottle vendor, so that's nice. It was full of blue goo, so Pix at least has a little bit more of a safety net on 3 hearts.
Yeah, and Pix does have one desert small, so can go farther up for a couple more pots if they want. They'd have to spend some bombs to kill the popos upstairs.
NTZ finding Mimic Cave there in the Chicken Lady's house.
Probably never going to come back there. Oh, hey, Boots in the back of tavern. Alright, let's see what the second floor of Desert has here. Just a triangle, that's it. So Ben does not have that small key. We'll only be able to get these first 6 pots. But I think that's probably okay, because there wasn't really much upstairs that we saw anyway. Oh, Blindside is a nice find, though. So,
Ooh, and a sword.
That is a welcome. That is a welcome sight early in one of these. I have had quite a few of these True Pot Hunt seeds where you're 90 minutes in and you still don't have a sword.
Well, thankfully, finding blind set's a lot easier because that gives them a good 15 checks, if I'm not mistaken. 4 on the top floor and 6 pots, and then 5 checks.
There are yep. And so there's Pix finding an Agate Tower small. I don't think that was the same one that Ben's found. So between the two of them, they may have both of those now.
How does the ketchup bottle hold the sword?
Very carefully.
Ben finding the Swamp Palace small key there in the Thieves' Hideout.
One of them, anyway.
Yeah. Pix also
Pix says,
finding.
Not even gonna pick up the boots.
Save those frames.
So here's Ben will get their sword. And pick up that second castle tower small. I wonder, with the sword and the second small key, I'm pretty tempted. I mean, so you need 3 in this mode to get all the way up to the top, but I feel like I might be tempted to go in there.
Yeah, it's
there's a
definitely not
pretty good number
ball.
of checks. Yeah.
Picks remembering that there's 6 checks back here.
That Thieves Town pick is actually a pretty nice key to have early, too, for when we do find thieves. Obviously, you'd like to have at least one small key before you go in there as well.
Absolutely, and it's also nice that both the runners have now the Eastern big key, so whenever they find Eastern, it should be a little bit more easier to navigate it with the lamp. Both these runners are probably more comfortable with dark rooms than most runners, but same time, starting off with the lamp makes it just that much easier.
Picks out of his mind, making the spiral cave play here.
He's got a sword; he'll be fine.
For one check. It's a lot of time for one check.
He was rewarded handsomely for it.
The Moldorm was not happy with his choice. Alright, Ben is making the Agate Tower play, so this could be interesting.
Cody, I see your question here in chat, and that is not a question I think either one of us wanted to have discussed right now.
I think it's the first we're seeing Link's house, too.
I
Or no,
believe
Ben
the
did
beginning.
it. Yeah.
Pick's finding his master sword.
That is... Wow, 2 swords this early.
And yeah, Ben making the decision to go through Agate Tower, seeing as he has 2 of the 3 small keys. The good news is also in True Pot Hunt, as you can see just underneath his rupee counter and bomb counter, the dungeon counters are always on, so they have a little bit more of an easier time keeping track of their checks.
Yeah, that's super useful in this mode, because it's extremely hard to keep track otherwise.
Finding a Hyrule Castle small key right there in Agate Tower.
That's nice to have a couple of those before you find Hyrule Castle. He's skipping that pot up there. Don't skip that pot up there.
Pick's now picking up his second Castle Tall small key as well. So both runners have their 2 of the 3 keys.
Ooh!
A nice find there by Ben TZ.
Fire Rod is pretty good.
Looks like he's forgetting that pot.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully he just has a bomb or something underneath it. It looks like Pix is opting to just take as many connectors as possible and see where they take them.
Yeah, I had the opportunity to be mentored by Pix in a recent tournament, and honestly, this does not surprise me in the slightest that Pix wants to explore the most that he can.
Alright, we got a couple more checks in Agate Tower here, but I think just getting that Fire Rod alone made this play worth it.
Yeah, he just gotta hope that he doesn't have anything underneath that missed pot.
Okay, so the bunny sprite is mustard.
Ooh. Huge find for Pix here.
That's even better than the Fire Rod.
Ben just retracing Pix's steps here for the next couple of checks.
And flippers, wow. TR play paying off here for sure. Do we take a crack at Chain Chomps? Looks like we're gonna try it. Ooh, okay. manages to get it. Okay, that's a good death sprite too. Alright, so TR, the I entrance leading over to the eastern area. That's kind of a nice connector, because it's a bit of a pain to get over here, although now that Pix has the flute, probably want to activate that ASAP.
Yeah, he doesn't have that many more entrances over here to check, so I mean, this is just a quick couple, you know, in and outs, unless he finds more connectors.
Oh, well, we got Old Man Connector, so that's
That would
a
be worth
pretty
it.
good one. Nope, no pots up here. Just one pot in the other room.
Yeah, watching these kinds of matches really makes you start to realize either where pots are or how many times that you just walk past pots that you don't even know or didn't even know were over there.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so Pix is gonna go south route up to Kakariko, and then activate Flute, I would guess.
I may have just missed it. Have either of our runners checking those bonk rocks next to Link's house?
Yes. I think Pix did. I don't remember it being anything particularly noteworthy.
Okay.
Alright, Ben finally getting into Paradox here. We'll see if they remember the shop at the bottom.
Ether is not a bad find.
It's not the worst. The medallions do a little bit less in this mode, but
Yeah.
it's nice
Without
to have just in case you end up at the Mire area and it happens to be Ether.
I'm wondering if Pix regrets not having that Turtle Rock small key before his earlier expedition.
Well, so let's see. What would you do if you had you with one Turtle Rock Small from that spot and without the big key? I don't think there's a whole lot you can really do. I mean, you can check Lava Chest, but that's you. I think you only are getting like one extra check with a single small key in TR. So
Pix also...
Ben, sorry, go ahead.
No, absolutely, go ahead.
I was gonna say Ben, I think did forget the shop at the bottom of Paradox. I did not see him go in there.
He did not, and I don't think he grabbed the pot that's at the bottom either.
But does find a Dark World connector, so has the opportunity to check a few things here. You can't get a ton bunny walking from this spot, but you can check Link's house, you can check the Arrow game, you can check the Hylia shop.
Pix activating his flute before deciding to follow through with Paradox Cave himself. And he remembers the cave.
Let's see if it was worth it. Eh. Nice to have, but Ben's not gonna be losing a whole lot by not checking that.
Yeah,
That on the... Oh, wait, never mind. Oh, I got faked out. I thought that was Mitz for a second.
So my favorite part of any kind of pottery lottery is this messed up chicken sprites. Yeah, both of our runners not that far apart. Picks us with 42 Triforce pieces, and Ben TZ with 38. Not that far apart, but one of these runners must feel like they're playing catch up.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest difference is that Ben has not dipped into TR to get those flippers and flute.
Ben remembering the shop now. And that was no pun intended by one of these players playing catch up.
Oh, okay, so the bottom of Paradox leading to a different Dark World connector. This one's a little bit nicer. You can check a bunch more entrances this one. Back of Skull Woods, okay. Without a small key, there's not a ton in here, but you get about 6 or 7 checks. Pix, no, what are you doing? Death Warp.
Ben deciding to go with Super Bunny versus Pix, who is just going to walk away and try and find as many different connectors that he can at the moment.
Ooh, pod. Okay, well... no bow and no small key. I mean, you can still get a pretty decent chunk of checks in here, especially if you can mimic clip. And, you know, because it's pod, we'll probably find a pod small in here anyway.
Finding that Eastern small key. So whenever they find Eastern, they'll have a little bit more of an easier time.
Yeah, Eastern small key is pretty good, especially if you find a bow to be able to go to the back, because then you can go do the second floor as well.
Well, if they find a bow, they may as well just full clear Eastern.
Yeah, with the only thing you can't do with only one key is the big key chest, but you just leave those handful of checks behind. It looks like Pix is gonna go for the mimic clip. Oh, it's going for the hint. Oh, that's right. They have the blue goo, so you can just camera unlock here.
Just barely missing the hole in the wall, but finding the shovel for his troubles.
Desert small. Okay.
If he wants, that desert small should actually allow him to get all the way back to land mollusk if he wanted to. But that's
I
only
think he needs one more. Because there's 3 doors. There's 3 small key doors in the back.
You are correct. I was wrong. I'm sorry. But that
Um,
does still open up 4 more checks.
it does, yes. Got a big key to swamp. Blech. Oh, that's funny. Okay, so he went save and quit to Old Man, went through the back of Old Man Cave, and then ended up at Old Man.
At least he knows that he doesn't have a connector problem there.
Yeah. Couple more Triforce pieces in a shop here. Still kind of lacking in dungeon finds. I mean, we found Pod, we found the back of Skull Woods, found Agate Tower, part of Turtle Rock, but
And back
not
of
a
desert.
whole lot. Yes, and back of Desert. The front of Desert's one that you really want to find. There are a lot of pots in the front of Desert. Oh,
Yeah,
speaking
absolutely.
of the devil.
Oh no, now he's Relish.
Oh, is that what's going on? Okay, I didn't even notice the color change when he picked up the blue mail. Okay, Eastern. Now we're getting some dungeons here.
Just as we finished talking about Eastern Palace.
Neither dungeon having anything too exciting yet.
Yeah.
It's a shame Pix doesn't have the bow. Wait, no, actually, well, I'm trying to think. So you need a bow. You can't do the last room, basically. You can still go upstairs, but you have to stop at the first Red Igor room. Harabiki, that's also a super nice one to find, because that means you can get all those pots upstairs once you find Hera.
That actually means that all 3 of our Light World dungeons have their big keys located.
Did we find the Desert Pig?
Yes, I just don't remember where. Both of our runners not doing very bad, just under a half hour in and at least a fourth of the way there. Pix with 63 and Ben TZ with 58.
Yeah, they're both on a pretty good pace, especially because neither of them have really found any super high value dungeons. I mean, Front of Desert's pretty good. Eastern's not bad, but it's still not like Hera or Ice Palace. Not that they'd be able to go into Ice Palace yet, but
Yeah, so far our largest bit of progression has to be the flippers and the flute being there in TR. The fire rod was a nice find, but so far I think Pix has the advantage with the items he found in TR.
another Swamp Small. Okay, it's good to have a. I think you want. trying to remember here. I think you want like 4 swamp smalls before you go into swamp. Obviously, we need a couple other items before you make it viable. 3. Beer says 3. To get to lobby, yeah, but I don't want to go to the lobby. I want to be able to get to the back. The back's where all the pots are. Oh, there's a moon pearl.
Yeah, that's huge considering how many connectors Pix already has for the Dark World, and he knows where Hype Cave is. That's another good 4 more checks that he can get.
Oh, is he memeing? Oh no, he's gonna pick it up. Okay. I thought he was gonna meme.
Yeah, something Pix has always said is you always want to show off for the camera. Cody, I really hope we find that hint tile.
Alright, then also find the Eastern, so we'll get their moon pearl shortly as well. A pretty good bolster to Triforce pieces in this Eastern.
Yeah, no kidding.
The top pot in this room, a pot nobody in their life has ever lifted. Or the bottom one, for that matter. Alright, so we can get 2 more here. Alright, that's a pretty nice chunk of Triforce pieces there. Plus a Moon Pearl, I would say that is a good Eastern.
Yeah, absolutely.
Depending on how you look at things. Some people don't like finding the Moon Pearl, in which case you would be very upset.
I think that if they didn't have so many connectors, I think that the Moon Pearl wouldn't be such a big deal. But knowing that they have so much access into the Dark World, the Moon Pearl is a great get for now.
Ooh, Hyrule Castle also pretty good, though with no small keys, what you can do in here is a little limited.
Yeah, Ben TZ will have the advantage on that. They found one of the small keys up in Aghanim's tower. And before it's ruined, nice on those Dorito counts for Ben TZ.
Okay, Pick's just saving and quitting instead of taking the Death Warp to do the rest of upstairs. This is not the Dark World access you want, but I suppose it is Dark World access.
Yeah, it's easy Dark World access without really needing any sort of connectors.
Get a little beat up here. Oh, Ben over spending the key on the big key chest, so they're gonna miss out on a good chunk of Triforce pieces in the second floor.
Not much that the village elder will give us today.
Nope.
It's a
Triforce pieces.
nice place for a shop.
Okay, there's the desert pig.
I apologize. I thought we had seen it earlier.
I think Pix checked most of these entrances already. Oh, or not. Wow. Okay, Mirror is not happy with the old lady. I would not be happy either, considering Pix could have had that mirror quite a while ago, because they got up on the mountain like 20 minutes ago.
Deciding not to go back for that pot. Oh, now he is.
But yeah, I mean, Mirror is one of the most useful items in this mode.
Just a little disappointed if this is a meme mode, but he didn't pull the Mario painting.
I think if Pix can find a glove, I would venture to say that they probably have everything they need to get the required number of Triforce pieces in this seed.
Yeah,
And that's just a matter of hunting entrances down.
I would say a glove and possibly the Cane of Samaria, just to give him a little bit more of comfort room for exploring other dungeons.
It definitely makes some of them easier. Ice Palace in particular.
Give him a little bit more room into TR.
Yes, yeah. Neither player having much luck with their hover attempts today. And TZ flavorfully bonking in the Bonk Rocks cave.
Well, thankfully, Pix now found his connector to Bumper Ledge that he had originally found on the other side earlier. Excuse me, Mr. Blacksmith, I don't think you're going to get much business being in that hole.
I swear the blacksmiths tend to gravitate towards Ice Rod Cave area in entrance for some reason, and I don't understand why.
Want to be away from all the craziness, I guess.
Maybe. You're just crabby. Can somebody ban GFE in chat? Ooh, GT. So, GT without a hammer.
Beer and Cody both in chat. Cody with the band hammer.
Here's the big key of this dungeon. Right there. Alright, so, hear me out. How many GT smalls do we have? We got one GT small. Who wants to mimic clip and climb GT right now?
It looks like that's what he's doing.
I think he's just going to check the first room, but... yeah, I mean, it is legitimately a ton of checks if you can do it. Because, yeah, as it is, that's all we can really do in GT right now without a hammer. Just find the bow, yes.
Find the bow forehead.
That's the correct answer. Starting bow in True Pot Hunt. Alright, Ben TZ making the beeline for Skullwoods here. This is a good play. Skullwoods has a bazillion pots, give or take. We don't have a small key, which is a little unfortunate, because that does cut down on the number of pots we can get, but there are still a ton here if you can find the right drop down. Small key to Hera is actually kind of nice too. If we can find Hera, that's... you can get everything in Hera, which is quite a lot. Ooh, front of TR. No, Kane doesn't want to check the hint there.
I still believe hint rating needs to be required.
He didn't want to find out how many important items are in Western Hyrule, or some such other nonsense hint.
Well, Beer also made a comment in chat about how Mirror is in a shop, and Cody said about how there's Doritos in this seat, and I really want to see the Dorito hint.
Yeah, I mean, there are definitely... you can occasionally get hints that are useful. Usually not too often, but it can happen.
Your Ice Palace hint told you where to find Ice Palace. That is big if true.
Oh, so there's a small key to Skull Woods from the shovel spot. That's actually going to be very useful for picks when they get up to Skull Woods.
Yeah, unfortunately, I still just don't see them going up that way until they find that fire rod, which we know where it is, but Pix unfortunately has not touched Aghanim's tower yet.
All right, so here's Swamp Palace. Fortunately, we have not found the dam yet. You don't need to kill that hard hat beetle on the other side there. Oh, I guess you do if you're hovering. This is a free bomb jump, though. But why do a why do a free bomb jump when you can attempt to hover and get caught by the Wallmaster?
Memes.
Oh, Pix found Thieves Town. So this is pretty nice. Not having a small key here is a little bit of a bummer, but you still get a good 30 or so checks in the front.
Thieves Town is my personal nemesis in any sort of pottery lottery. Just too spaced out.
And he's spending all his bombs on this Octorok. Oh my god! Not Octorok, Hardhat Beetle. Excuse me, wrong enemy. Ben TZ is no longer determined. Says F those 3 pots. I'm moving on. Will he try this bomb jump? Nope, we're gonna try the hover again. Front of these towns not that bad. Once you've done it about 50 times, and you know where all the pots are.
Where's this graphic beer so that I may see it?
I think I made the initial graphic, actually, and it was bad. Because I screwed up the routing on it a little bit. It's in one of the I think it's in the True Pot Hunt async channel in the AVIANART Discord somewhere buried in there. Ooh, Turtle Rock Big Key. That's actually pretty nice. If we can get Samaria. Yeah, Ben TZ unfortunately finding the wrong drop. I mean, you know, this one's still okay, but not the one you were hoping to get. Alright, here's Ben finding Hyrule Castle. So there are, I believe Pix left a bunch of pots in the front here, so I wonder if we'll see anything noteworthy.
Yeah, I don't believe Pix did any of actual escape. I think he just beelined it for these pots and then right to the back.
Yes, I believe that was the case. And Ben does have a small key here, so can opt to spend that either in the back or in the basement. I think it's slightly better to spend it in the back, but I'm not entirely sure on the counts. I think if I'm these runners right now, I'm dying to find Hera. Just like find me Hera as soon as possible. But Pix looks like they should be heading up towards Skull Woods. Well, don't spend the key here.
Yeah, it's still really unfortunate that Pix has not gone back to Aga's Tower just to go and find that fire rod.
Yeah,
I hope that he eventually remembers either where it is or that he needs to still do it.
I don't think the fire rod is a huge loss yet, unless they find Ice Palace, in which case, then yeah, they're definitely gonna want the fire rod. But yeah, I mean, there is a bunch of pots up there for them to grab, so, and it is they're like right here too, so they can mirror and do Agate Tower if they remember.
2 keys should still also be enough to get you all the checks. You would just be stuck from actually completing Aghanim.
In Agate Tower, you're missing like the without the third small key, you're missing like all the light rooms upstairs, basically. So like the pot circle that the guards are in, and a handful of others.
So something we haven't discussed is actually that Bentisi has actually taken over the lead on regarding Triforce pieces with him at 115 and Pix at 103. Although that could certainly change here soon with Pix now entering Skull Woods.
Yeah, I think that lead's going to be short-lived once Pix gets finished with Skullwoods here.
Less than 100 to go, folks.
Oh, hey, a lamp.
Totally useful.
Got him. Ooh, Ben Teasy finding the connector to Dark Death Mountain. That would be really nice if they had the mirror.
Yeah, unfortunately, Bentisi also not going into Turtle Rock yet, so they still have not found the flute or the flippers.
A little surprised they didn't go back to the other entrance there and check the Dark Death Mountain entrances that they could have checked. Alright, we'll see if Pix finds the Skull Woods drop that Ben was hoping to find. Yep, that's the one. Okay, so here's Ben in Turtle Rock. So hopefully they dig in here and find that flute and flippers.
Pix thankfully finding that Kate there in the pot prison of Skullwoods. Not that I'm aware of, GFE. I don't believe Pix has checked the front entrance of Skullwoods just yet.
Yeah, no, he's gonna miss out on the on the that part of Skullwoods, unfortunately. All right, so where haven't we checked? I mean, I guess it's East Death Mountain, because otherwise, or Meyer area too, right? Those are kind of the entrances.
Pix mostly did Light Death Mountain. He just didn't check the cliff sides, and then all of Dark Death Mountain.
All right, Ben picking up his flippers and flute here.
Our runners are currently all tied up at Triforce pieces.
See if Pix wants to try to hover here. Okay, Ben's getting his mountain access finally, so this is going to lead them to the mirror.
Kobe.
I appreciate the effort. Right, so
right,
Pix is going to be able to check this entrance here, which Ben was not able to. Wait, did Ben also just save and quit and not check the rest of the entrances?
I believe so.
Oh my god.
And you're right, Beer. If only he had a medallion.
Alright, Ben. Okay, so this is good for Ben. Ben's got all 3 small keys, so can go. I mean, could beat Landmo if he wants to. I don't think that's worth it, but, you know, maybe.
Yeah, also unfortunate though, because one of those shops on Death Mountain did actually have the big key for desert.
Oh, right. Ben did not pick up the big key, so it can't beat Landmo.
Yeah, so a little unfortunate for Ben here, but at the same time, I mean, he can get those last 8 checks that Pix could not when he first checked.
What if Landmo has the boots? Well, then Landmo has been to the back of Tavern and left them there.
How would that work? I'd like to see boots on Landmo. I mean, we've already seen a bottle of ketchup swing a sword, and now a bottle of relish swing a sword.
Okay, so this is Pix's first time finding the front of Desert.
Such a helpful desert palace hint.
Okay, Ben getting back up the mountain here. Gonna get that Desert big key. Gonna get their mirror.
Well, at least he was nice to the old lady.
Yeah, this is close. They at this point both players have basically done the same thing. So it's just a matter of who starts finding some of these other dungeons first.
Yeah, so far I believe the only dungeons we haven't found would have to probably be Mire and Ice Palace.
And Hera.
Yeah. Both our runners just about 60 Triforce pieces away. 70 Triforce pieces away.
Yeah, the only thing is that Pix, if they do find Ice Palace, Pix cannot do Ice Palace currently because Pix did not get the Fire Rod from Aga Tower. So that could swing things depending on where that dungeon ends up being. Check the hint. Ah, yes. 8 vital items in Central Hyrule. Mark it on your tracker.
The center of Hyrule, duh.
That's 4 Swamp Smalls from Pix, so Pix needs to find a hammer and the dam.
Damn.
Damn. Yeah, goodbye forever money is right. Better hope they don't run into a 500 rupee hookshot anytime soon. 50 for 50. Oh, no, he doesn't pick up the 50 for 50.
Cody, only if it's wet is it a damn hammer.
Doesn't want that fairy refill. 2 hearts says no. Hey, look, we can get into Mire with that Ether Medallion. Or whatever entrance this is. Alright, we'll see if Benteezy wants to be a baller and mimic clip to the top of GT here.
Finding yet another small key to Castle Tower.
Oh, can't afford that 2 hundo. Graveyard Ledge is a nice one. So, Mire area didn't really have what we were looking for. Oh, well, it has Mire. So, okay.
Just in the wrong world.
Yeah, so we've got 1 key here. So let's make sure that we use it in the right spot, which is in the spike room, so you can get to Fishbone Room.
Just want to welcome in our raiders. Welcome, raiders.
Hello, Raiders! Welcome to some true pot hunt. The best of modes.
If you're just joining us part of that raid party and are unfamiliar with the mode, basically it's similar to Potter Lottery, except that it's also cross keys with Shop Sanity and key drop shuffle. And every item can hold, every pot can
Don't do
hold
it,
items,
Pix!
essentially.
Oh god, Pix, no! Okay, sorry. That's not where you're supposed to spend the key when you only have a single key. But it does get a Bombos.
Thank you, Cody, for both the shout out right there and the description for the mode for our raiders.
punished with a shield.
Bentisi not that far behind. Also looking to do the desert area at least.
Pix unfortunately only able to get 13 checks in here when they could have gotten at least double that by spending the key in that spike room instead. But does have enough money to craft that Triforce piece now.
A point of pride, I'm sure.
Yeah, this is feeling like Dark Death Mountain is where you want to be here. So I know Ben found that connector to Floating Island. I don't remember where it was through.
Yeah,
It
floating.
might have been this one.
Dark Death Mountains feels like the answer. Wherever Hera is probably the answer, which, for all we know, is probably on Dark Death Mountain.
Oh no, that was just Graveyard Ledge. Okay.
GFE, I'm pretty sure Bentisi went outside. Oh, for the connector, I'm pretty sure you might be correct, actually.
It does actually remind me. So I was gonna say, yeah, looks like Pix might be doing it because they do have access to pod area plus top of Hyrule Castle with flippers and the mirror. Or oh, okay, he's gonna check Hylia Island first. Yep, nope, there's pots back there. Get the under the bridge check here. Probably head over to Hyrule Castle after this.
Pix is 52 Triforce pieces away from victory, and Ben TZ is still about 70, just under 70 away.
Yeah, we're getting there. Now, spec, I don't remember. I don't know if we saw what was here. Oh, it's a heart. Cool. And a hint, more importantly. Thanks, game. Oops. Alright, well, top of Hyrule Castle is looking like a bust. Oh, never mind. Worth. So we got a couple more entrances over in the pod area here on Pix's side.
Yeah, and unfortunately, we're just kind of playing catch up over on Ben TZ's side. Not much to commentate for over there.
I'm trying to figure out where Ben is missing those Triforce pieces from, because I'm not sure what Pix has checked that Ben hasn't. Because Ben has the advantage of having Aga Tower as well.
Yeah. It might have been the front of Desert.
Oh yeah, back of Eastern Pals plus a little bit of Skullwoods. Yeah, that probably makes up the difference. Ix does not want to go to pod. Doesn't want to pay the monkey. I don't know, I think at this point I would probably just do it. I mean, you have so few entrances left, and you know that there's at least 2 really good ones.
Still very surprised that an hour and almost 20 minutes in, we still have not seen a glove or a bow yet.
That doesn't surprise me too much in this mode. There are a lot of seeds where you just don't find specific items, and that's the fun part about this mode, is you don't need those items to finish. You can never find hammer or a glove and still be able to finish the seed without any issue. Okay, we'll see if Ben decides to go to the pod entrance. Pix is going to make the play into Aga Tower here finally. Does have 3 Cast Tower Smalls now, so is going to actually be able to go a bit farther than Ben was. We'll also get to see what was in this mystery pot that Ben left behind. A heart.
Definitely worth. Everyone needs some love.
Alright, let's see if this pod entrance is something good.
Yeah, I'd say that's worth
You
it.
know, that's not bad.
The only disadvantage is at least Pix, if he would have had this, he would have had invincibility items. That's not to say both of our runners aren't capable of doing it, just having that extra safety measure is very nice.
We got the key, so we can get all the pots in this room too. So yeah, this is. I mean, this is a pretty good find.
$169. Nice.
Wait, did Pix miss a pot in the maze room? Because I'm pretty sure that's where the fire rod was, and I don't see the fire rod on Pix's tracker.
Yeah, the fire rod was in the pot south of the chest.
Well, he doesn't need that fire rod anyway.
You say that, but you just provided commentary's curse. What if he finds Ice Palace next?
He's got bombos. It's fine. Oh, there's a bow. That's right. See, beer's on point. That's what you do now. Like 100. Like I'm not even joking. 100%. I get the bow there. I'm doing the GT climb. Like, oh, and the ice rod was up here too.
Oh, you're kidding. And we as commentators know where the back of T-Art is now, so I mean, technically...
That's right, actually, Pix could be Trinex if he picked up that fire rod.
Yeah. Oh, and another TR small key. I think Turtle Rock might be the answer.
I guess there's 4 keys, yeah, but there's not really a whole lot past that one.
And leaving the fire rod behind.
That is a bummer, but I think he'll be okay. I think he's going to be able to beat the seed without the fire rod.
And beer, I'm
I actually
sorry.
think. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Mine's just this thing.
I actually think Pix not going to pod is going to hurt more than that finding the fire rod, because that bow, if you do go to GT, which I think you should, that's gonna set Pix back quite a bit.
Yeah, between GT, you can now finish out Eastern Palace so that it's done and over with. I know it's just 1 check, but I mean, well, actually no, it's 7 checks just to finish that out. So it's gonna be really detrimental.
Unless Ben does not go to GT. I mean, if Ben just leaves GT alone, then it's not going to make a huge difference.
Well, Ben is slowly catching back up to Pix's 175. So, I mean, it can make a world of a difference to figure out who ends up winning this race.
Yeah, Pix is in double dipping mode at this point, which I don't like to double dip dungeons in this mode. I'm basically of the mind, once I find it, I do everything I can, and then I basically never go back, unless it's like a GT situation where you only got, 5 checks in there the first time you were in. Wow, look at all these GT smalls. It's like it wants you to go there.
Gave you all the Castle Tower small keys, gave you all the Turtle Rock small keys, now it's giving you all the GT small keys. I think it wants us to go to both.
Ben realizing can't go that way. Like, Pick's gonna go in the back here and check the back of Skullwood's entrance and maybe hit up the pots that he missed. Oh, I don't think that was... Well, lucky for him, that happened to be the drop down he wanted to fall in, so... Okay, so this looks like Ben going to take that East Dark Death Mountain. Yes, okay, so I think there's a pretty good chance we see one of the dungeons that we want to see here. Hey, there's a glove. Very convenient to be able to check the Hookshot Cave entrance now.
All for naught. All these businesses just being in really, really bad locations.
No wonder they don't get any business.
The bed and breakfast guy was hidden by an electric barrier.
High security. Super Bunny, okay. Don't take this yet. No, don't, what do you... No, check the other entrance first. Okay.
Hey, Beer, he's cheating. No, I want to at least clarify that is not the case.
That's good. That's a darn good thing to check the other entrance. So this is a huge find for Ben here, because with the big key, and the small key, you can get actually everything in here. Oh, but then Pix immediately finds Ice Palace. This is gonna be close. I think that there's a chance that Pix could finish up here. Only needing 19 Triforce pieces. With the 3 small keys, you can get all the way to the pot room in the basement. So this could do it for Pix, or put him very, very close.
Beer, I have to just give you boo. The ketchup skin was a long time ago. But ladies and gentlemen, we have a race.
Although, Pix is gonna have to be careful with bomb usage here. He's gonna have one bomb to attempt the bomb jump.
Did he read the hint?
Didn't even read the hint. The hint could have told him where to find more bombs.
That's it. The run is done. He failed.
I guess you don't need to do the bomb jump, actually. You're not planning on going to cold stare, so it doesn't really matter. Although Pix is not going to have enough magic to kill the Freezors. I don't know why we came over here without a hammer. There's, like, only that chest you can get. And now also on 1 heart. 2 hearts, back to 2 hearts. Gotta be careful in this room. This room can be a little nasty. Oh god! Everything's fine.
If I remember correctly, Pix should still have a red potion.
Maybe? I really hope so, because they don't want to lose this opportunity to get all the pots in this room here. We are 7 away. I don't think we're gonna quite get here. We did find a bug net. Oh yes, Ben's doing it. This is what you want to do. Climb that tower. It's gonna be too little, too late, I think. But this is what I wanted to see.
Welcome in, Raiders.
Where does Pix go to get these last 5 pieces? 6 pieces. I'm excited for Hammer to be up at the top of the climb here. Alright, Pix opting to do the back of Hyrule Castle here. Might get there?
This isn't a bad idea either. It's just a quick mirror and then a flute over to your end goal.
Alright, well, we're 4 away, and there are 4 more checks down, 5 checks down here. Big key to Meyer. 2 away. We're not going to get there in here. We're going to have to find at least... Well, no, I guess we could, because the guard can drop 1, and then there's potentially one in the chest, so... Nope. All right, we're gonna have to go hunting for one more piece. Ah, back in desert. Yeah, this'll get them there.
Genius. Both our runners made some mistakes, but they both played absolutely fantastic during this race.
Yeah, this was a fun one. I just love watching these races. I have a blast with this mode.
And go give both of our runners a follow. It was just posted in the chat for following BenTZ and also Pick6 here on Twitch. And it's not over just yet. Still got to go talk to the village elder. And time.
There it is. I hope Ben finishes this out because I want to see what's at the top of the climb.
GG's to Pix.
GG's to your winner picks.
So Pix finished with an official racetime.gg time of 1 hour, 38 minutes, and 33 seconds. So GG's against the Pix.
Ooh, bomb capacity. Oh, okay. We got mitts in the climb. All right, that's something. Are we just gonna leave? I mean, I feel like we just leave here, right? Are we gonna? Oh, thinking about it if he wants to try to do Moldorm hover. Oh, I didn't even see where. I didn't see Ben got Kane. That must have been on the climb. In the gauntlet. Nice. Well, there's a whole bunch of pots over here too. We can go to Ice Armos. And now I'm going to be left wondering where that hammer was. Ah, the puzzle room.
And we are now joined by Pick6 himself. GG's.
Hello.
Puzzle room.
And we are now joined by Pick 6 himself.
We got some echo here.
Hello?
Hello, hello.
Hello.
GG's.
Thank you. The last 5 minutes of that was so fucking stressful. How do you end on 212 and just enter panic mode?
It's the worst. I have been there, and it's like, oh great. Well, where you're frantically trying to remember somewhere where you left a few pots, and yeah, it's rough.
Yeah, I was just like, I know where the back of desert is, and I can get back there. I'm gonna have to run through several rooms and whatever. I know there's spots there.
I think our favorite was just watching the progression of Aga Tower. What you didn't notice, or what you didn't know, is you had actually skipped a check in the dark maze room there.
No,
And
I saw it and I was just like, whatever, dude, I'm not going back over to that side.
it had the fire rod in it.
Oh.
I mean, you ended up not needing it, so it wasn't a big
Yeah.
deal.
Yeah.
It was just funny that was the one that you happened to skip in there.
Yeah, I was like going to go back into the Dark World because like the Dark World access, I don't know, unless there was something better. Like the Dark World access just kind of sucked for me. Just like going into Paradox over and over again to pop out.
Yeah, there was really nothing better. I mean, we don't know where Hammer was. Ben did find the second glove, which was in Pre-Mold 2.
I didn't even find the first one.
The first one was East Dark Death Mountain in the Super Bunny Cave, which had the Mire Shed, I believe, and there was a glove in there.
Yeah, I was trying to pop out. I was trying to push through some of those connectors because I had that hint tile that said that Turtle Rock Main was a connector, and so I was trying to see if something would like drop me out there because basically like around the time I hit like 180, 190, I was like finding Hera would like end it.
So the left exit of Hyrule Castle would have put you on Floating Island, and then Hera was in the bottom of East Dark Death Mountain.
Yeah, and right as you had found Ice Palace, Ben had actually went and found Hera.
Yeah, that's the one I was looking for. But ended up finding Ice, and then
Yeah, I mean both are good at that point, right? Because at that point you're like, wow, Hera and Ice are the best, like two of the most dense dungeons in the game, and I haven't found either of them yet.
Yeah.
I think we wanted to also ask you about your decision in Hera regarding the key.
Meyer.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Meyer, regarding the key.
That was just kind of not like true pot hunt routing. That was just kind of like normal key sanity. Oh, I've got a key. Let me go pop over to the left side and like get that open. And then I was like, oh, this. And as I like walked back like to the bridge room and I could see the like 6 pots there, like by the big key lock door, I was just like, oh, dude, you could have had those instead.
And then one other thing I was curious about. So when you were in the pod area, you decided not to go to the actual pod entrance. Any particular reason?
I think I had less than 200, and I wasn't sure how many shops I might still have out there. And my kind of philosophy around like this mode is don't do slow checks. So like don't do dig game, don't kill bosses.
Mm-hmm.
You know, checking the pod entrance itself is pretty slow. And so I just figured I would rather have the money in case I ran into a shop.
Okay, that's fair. I was under the impression that you would just want to be checking as many entrances as possible, given the fact that at the time both Ice and Hera were still at large, and there were not a whole lot of entrances left.
Yeah,
But
I kind of expected they were gonna be glove locked, or I would need to find that Dark Death Mountain connector. I like thought I had already gone out of the left side of Hyrule Castle when I went in and did like that like partial loop and back like towards Dark Cross because I normally would go and like just pop out that entrance and reset my mirror point, but I didn't want to get one wayed, which is kind of silly in retrospect because it was such a free entrance.
Yeah. So yeah, the thing with the pod entrance specifically was it ended up actually being laser bridge. And then there was a bow in the pre-Trinex room, which
Oh.
would have unlocked the GT climb.
Yeah.
Which I was hoping one of you guys. I'm guessing neither of you are super comfortable with mimic clipping.
No, I can't mimic clip.
Yeah.
I camera unlocked that other side of pod, and I was
Right.
already committed to not going. I wasn't going to go back to EP for the 6 checks before Armos, and I wasn't going to do Armos, so I kind of wasn't. I guess I don't feel bad about not finding a bow.
Yeah. No. In that case, at the point you were at, it wasn't a huge deal. But I mean, yeah, it would have been like there's something like 50 checks on the GT climb, so it is a pretty dense spot. But that late in the seed, yeah, when you already had 170 or something pieces.
Yeah.
Just to also still provide some commentary, Ben TZ is actually at 211. He's just looking for 2 more pieces of the Triforce.
They'll find them in Thieves' Towns. No problem.
Oh,
This is so frustrating though when you're like 1 or 2 away. You're just like, come on.
I think we have to ask about the Moon Pearl.
Oh yeah, that was just some restream clowning. I was just like,
Okay.
oh, there's a freestanding Moon Pearl. I'll let the restream think that I'm skipping it, but it's like, no, this Moon Pearl is so free. You have to pick this up. I've already found Hype Cave and Dark World. So I just wanted to clown a little bit.
Okay. I'm out of questions if you have any more for him.
No, but we have been at 213 now, so it should be finishing up here shortly.
I think one of the things that really set you ahead, Pix, was you found that TR entrance really quickly and you committed to it. Ben took a very long time before actually finding it and even following it through to find your flippers and your flute. And GG's to Ben TZ for finishing the race.
Yeah, GG's.
See if we want to try to get Ben in here. But yeah, like he was saying, yeah, the big difference was, yeah, you found that TR entrance a lot faster, and then oh hey, we got Ben now. GG's.
Hello.
Yo, GG's.
See, it was dumb.
Yeah, everything was bad.
Not everything. You guys found a sword pretty quick.
Yeah, and then I accidentally picked it up. I usually dodge like the freestanding ones if I can, but since I already had one, I figured I might as well get master.
I am opening the restream and I see you also had 0 items for the entirety of your seed. So
Yeah, the swords and the item that I was like really kicking myself about because I had that flute and then I just was like, oh, I'll check the next entrance over. It's the old man connector. I wind up on the mountain and then I'm like, all right, well, I'm done here for now. I'll like go check and see where this like save and quit is, which like the old man save and quit was hilarious.
that was so funny.
I know. When you popped out of the back there, I got a good laugh out of that.
But I was just like, I have this flute in my hand. I need to like, I'm gonna activate it and then come back for it. And then I spent like 10 minutes like doing other things, and then like fluted back up there and immediately found the mirror. And that was like probably the item I was most like kicking myself about for this seed.
Yeah, I pretty much did exactly the same thing. Like, I didn't even check the cave next to where I turned in the old man. I was just like, I'll do it all when I flute here, and just immediately save and quit. And it's like, here's some Triforce pieces, here's a mirror, here's some big keys. I'm like, rude.
Yeah, we looked at that when you turned in the old man. Our first response was, "Is he saving and quitting?"
Yeah, I just didn't like. That's like one of the main things you unlock with the flute. So I was like, if I do all this now, I'm never gonna go turn on my flute. So I rather just, and I had like 12 items in the back of desert, which was in Kakariko. So I was like, I'll go grab that real quick and turn on my flute, and then come back and do all this stuff. I didn't miss the mirror for too long. I'm actually surprised you didn't have a glove at all. Looking at your final game screen, that's the item I was kicking myself over because I came out of desert right on Dark Death Mountain, and I was like, I'll do this later, and I didn't like literally. The top exit of Super Bunny is like a glove just sitting there, and I'm like, bro, because it was I think it was Meyer Shed.
Yeah,
I think it was Hyrule Castle left was what led to Floating Island, and Pix just
Was it
never.
Hyrule Castle?
Yeah,
Sorry,
Pix
my
just
bad.
never checked that entrance.
Yeah, I thought I did when I first went in, and I never did. I went in and like went to the left side and started like a loop around for the pots and back to Dark Cross, and then like just left. And because I thought I'd already marked left, I kind of just stopped tracking entrances towards the end because I was just kind of in panic mode. Like I only need like 20 to go. So
Did you find like the other dungeons that I didn't find, like Ice and Mire and stuff?
I found
Curious.
Ice and Mire, but I didn't find Hera, which I heard you found.
Yeah, Hera was also East Dark Death Mountain. It was the Super Bunny bottom cave.
Yeah, Ice was the Fairy Ascension exit. And I don't remember what connected me to that. It was yeah, I don't remember what exactly connected me to
I
the
think you
Dark World.
came out of a connector to Fairy Ascension top, mirrored, and then jumped down.
Oh, okay. It was the one. Yeah, that sounds right actually.
And then Meyer was the back of desert entrance.
Okay. I had that on my list of places to go, but then I found Hera and got like 50 items, and then I just
Yeah.
went and did GT for like another 70 items, and I was like, and of course I was 2 Triforce pieces short, so I had to go find something else to do.
Yeah, I was one when I finished in the back of Hyrule Castle.
Yeah. I think if I was 1 short coming out of GT, I would have just went to the Zora Ledge one that I left. But since I needed 2, I was like, I'll just go do the rest of Thieves or whatever. That was. It's crazy how long you go without like hammer and glove in these seeds. I've done a true pot hunt with every single one of my opponents, and every single one of them is like hour 15-minute glove, hour 15-minute hammer. You're just like wandering through Dark World on foot like the whole time.
Yeah, I had one where they gave you like mitts at like 10 minutes, and I was like, oh, okay. This is weird.
I guess I was kind of kicking myself a little bit over the Pearl location because it was sitting in Eastern, right? Which was
Yeah, which is like
Hylia.
Hylia. I was kind of
Yeah.
thinking that too, but I don't know, with this mode, there's so much to do like so early that like yeah, you're gonna be late to something, but you're also gonna be early to something. So
Yeah.
I figured it. The thing that with like the flute and the flippers in TR is I felt pretty good about them because I was like, maybe someone doesn't like go further in, but then I immediately found a key like somewhere else, and I was like, oh, well, if you did stuff in like a slightly different order and you come in with one small key, like you're gonna 100% do like more of TR.
Yeah, by the time I found that entrance, I actually had 3 or 4 small keys, so I just went straight through. But I'm guessing I just found it way later than you did, if that was the case.
Yeah, I usually go like start at Sank and then the first like save and quit after that, Link's house and up to like front of Hyrule Castle.
That
So
makes sense.
Another small difference that we had noticed was the way you guys both executed Skull Woods.
I hate that dungeon in this mode. I hate it so much. I hate it. I hate it with a passion. I was like, how do I? First of all, I failed hovering like 4 or 5 times. I even like switched controllers to my because I have an actual speedrun controller for this game because I'm an MG runner, but that controller doesn't have an X button, so it makes it really hard to map in rando. And because I have to use like a pen and like poke the hole where the X button should be to actually use the X button on my other controller. I take it out on purpose because I don't want to accidentally map on the speedrun. But that's why. So I was like, I can't hover with this stupid rando controller. So I pause the game and then I go to switch controllers and the game just unpauses itself when I unplug the controller for no reason. So then I get grabbed by a wallmaster, plug in the controller, go back, try to hover again, get grabbed by a wallmaster again, go fail the hover the 3rd time, and then the 4th time I'm like, okay, I'm getting the hover, and I get grabbed by a hand that's nowhere near me, and I'm like, I hate this damn screen. It's
Yeah,
so
I was
stupid.
surprised you didn't just like revert to bomb jump at that point.
I didn't even occur to me till I got to the next pit, which I was like, wait, this is the exact same size as every other pit. I could have just bomb jumped this.
Yeah.
And so I did it, but I had 1 bomb left at that point anyway. So I should have just like I had 6 bombs. I think I should have just stunned the beetle and then bomb jumped. But I was because I was like I have to hover in my mind. I had to hover the other part anyway. So I was like I need to warm up on hovering so that when I get there I can hover there too. Because I really didn't want to use any of the drop downs because if I drop down into the mummy room or into the left side with the beetles and stuff, like I was gonna be stuck because I had no small keys. So I didn't want to use any of the drop downs. So I was trying to get everything without drop downs. And then of course it all went to we had pretty similar item collections. I got 21 more than you. It's not too bad.
No,
Considering I have Titan mitts.
Yeah, I just dodged the bow and the fire rod and 2 other swords that you found that I didn't.
Bo was in the room that goes to Trinex. That was hilarious when I found that.
Yeah, I was just broke. I wanted to save my money in case I found another shop.
I just found the back of Turtle Rock and I was like, wait, I have a small key. I can get all these pots. And then I got the bow right at the end. And then Mitz and Samaria being on the GT climb was also funny.
Yeah. I was waiting for the hammer to be up there too, but unfortunately, no.
Yeah, this is a very fun mode. I want to play more
Well,
shuffle stuff.
If people want to play more Pot Hunt, I can tell you that the Speed Gaming Daily tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Time is going to be True Pot Hunt. So if anyone's interested and available, you too can play some True Pot Hunt.
I was gonna put the caveat that I want to do it without the Triforce pieces.
Okay, well, I can't help you there.
I just want to play like pot shuffle and key drop shuffle like together. Because like even when I killed Moldorm and then I just like immediately dropped in mirror, like it felt wrong. I was like, but I don't need the crystal for anything, so I'm not gonna sit through a fanfare.
Right.
And it just felt wrong. I like having that like little. I know it'll obviously make the seed take way longer if you have to get 7 crystals and kill Ganon, but I like the pots being in the mix adds a like freshness to rando that I really haven't experienced. Like I started playing rando in like 2015, 2016. Like I've been playing for so long that like I see standard or open or whatever. I don't even like. I'm not playing that. That's a waste of my time. I've done that a million times. So this is like and it's always been like these modes have always kind of existed, like door rando and entrance shuffle and all this other stuff. But it's never been like easy to access. You always have to go through some random website or use a patcher or use. It's always like like hard to get to. So this tournament making these type of modes accessible is really fun, and I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, I think this is my last match of the tournament. So just want to say thank you to all the admins for putting it together. It's been really fun to play a bunch of silly low stakes rando over the past the past couple months before everyone gets all sweaty about League. So this has been an absolutely great experience. So really thank you to everyone that's made it possible.
Except the admin that decided that there should be 2 inverted modes in the pool because I can't ban them both, and they keep picking them against me. No, I'm just kidding. I really appreciate you guys. Thanks for everything. It was a lot of fun. Even if everyone picked freaking inverted Chrysomizer against me and I was just lost the whole time and I couldn't figure out how to get rupees or bombs. It was Okay, I have homework due in 45 minutes.
Yeah,
so
no,
I'm gonna
you're
step
cool.
out. Thank you guys.
Thank you for letting us restream you. We had some fun commenting. I hope you all had fun running as well. But yeah, I think we can probably wrap things up here.
Okay, I love you. Bye.
Thank you for restreaming, Cody, Furious Prince. Thank you for hopping on comms with me so I didn't have to do this alone.
Thank you for having me.
And yeah, like I said, tomorrow, True Pot Hunt, 7 p.m. Be there. All the cool people will be, so you could be too. And that's probably going to do it. I don't think we have anything scheduled for restream tomorrow yet. I don't know. We'll see if somebody wants to pick something up. The group stage is kind of winding down here, so I don't think there's going to be too many more matches in the next coming days, but there should be a few, so we'll see if anyone picks them up. But yeah, that's going to do it. Thank you everyone for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for trolling in chat, and we'll see you again, I don't know, tomorrow, another day. We'll see. There will be another restream at some point, I'm sure.
Meme fast, meme hard.